made us drool at the beginning of the show, and he's about to do it again. Chef Dev is back to make a spiced challah bread pudding with vanilla salted caramel. Yes, please, tell us about this recipe.
Delicious recipe. What I love most about this recipe is that it utilizes day-old bread. Now, we want day-old bread because it's going to soak up a lot more of the liquid that we're adding into it.
Yeah.
If you used really fresh bread, then just wouldn't have that same absorption. So here I have challah.
Yep.
And challah is a beautiful bread. So then what we're going to do is slice up our challah, and I add it into my tray. Now, my tray has been buttered. Everybody knows how much I love butter. I brush my teeth with it. And here, we're just layering it in there. Now, what we want to do is work neat and clean, or I'll come to your house and yell at you.
Yep.
The rest of the crumbs go in here. Now we have 5 eggs, and we're going to make the mixture that's going to pour over this bread pudding. You know I love festive spices and festive flavors. So to our eggs, we're going to come in with freshly ground clove.
Beautiful.
I love spices, and I toast off the spices, and then I grind them in a coffee grinder and or a mortar and pestle.
Nice.
That way it's as fresh as possible. My favorite spice is...
Cardamom.
Cardamom.
Come on, that was an exam for you. Oh, you got it. You got it.
Someone said cardamom. I love it. So we have cinnamon. High quality vanilla. I came on the show years ago and we talked about vanilla. You see vanilla in a recipe, you double it.
Okay.
Or you get
that's
really,
good.
really high quality. So I'm just going to lick that out after. And then we want to add in a couple more ingredients. We're going to add in some salt. We need some brown sugar.
Yeah.
And you can see how fun this mixture is. This is what we're going to use to pour over the bread. I love you're cleaning up today after me. You should just follow me around all the events I do.
It makes me actually feel better. Like, it's good for my mental health. I will take all the scraps. Do you need any of this anymore?
Let's get the nutmeg in there. I should have quizzed you and asked you. We know you.
I wasn't going to get it right.
So we have spices in here. See now I'm putting this back here.
Oh, good.
So we have our spices in here. We have our brown sugar. I've added in some milk and some eggs. I don't want people to be handcuffed to specific recipes, and I don't want you to be afraid of trying new things. Bread pudding is really easy. Stuffing brie and wrapping it in phyllo and baking it is very easy.
Is it?
If it's still
that one seems fancier.
If it's still too difficult, call me and I'll come over and I'll help you with it, okay?
Call him. Yeah.
So
take him up on the offer.
So we have orange zest going in here, and while this mixture is sitting here, I want to talk about caramel.
Yes.
Now, the caramel is something that I made just before the show started, because as we all know, when you're making caramel, it can be very finicky. When you hit that appropriate temperature, it could burn very quickly. But we just melt sugar, and I did it in a larger pan for larger surface area.
Yeah.
As the edges begin to melt, I can mix it with a silicone spatula or wooden spoon. And then once it goes from golden to amber, off the heat, butter and cream. I mix that together. I mix in our high quality vanilla, and I add a bunch of salt. This recipe is on Cityline's website.
Good.
So if you didn't memorize all that, then you can just go there and check that out.
Cityline.tv.
What we want to do, maintenant, I'm going to pour this in here. Who thinks I'm going to make a mess?
I don't think you will.
Okay.
But it is easier to pour from something with a spout. See, look, he's a pro. Very nice.
That's it. So what I'm going to do now is just pour this over the mixture. Now, my oven is at 400.
Yeah.
And I want my bread pudding to be moist.
Yeah.
I want it to get colorful on top, but I'm not trying to put this in the oven and forget about it till the next day.
Right.
Okay, I want it to have some moisture on the inside. We don't want raw egg, but there's a very fine line. And the best thing that you can do is put it into the oven and test it. Now, Tracy, is this going right into the oven right now?
I feel like it is. I mean, no, there's another step.
We're going to wait 10 minutes or so for the absorption.
Yeah, we're going to wait 10 minutes.
So we have that day-old bread, and we want to make sure that it absorbs as much flavor as possible. That cardamom, cinnamon, high-quality vanilla, the orange zest, the brown sugar, all of that goodness. I have a finished version.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab that from the oven.
Take that out. And I feel like since we've got Julie Black in the house, I want her to come try some of this. Come. We're just at the plating part of it.
What an absolute pleasure. So this is my holiday-inspired bread pudding.
He's going to serve it up for you.
And I have some squares here. And again, I talked about that moisture. That's really important.
You could.
I could feed you directly, for sure.
Jules, are you a bread pudding fan?
To keeping it real, not really, but I'm gonna try this one.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
so
yet.
we have those
Not
crispy bits on top. That's salted vanilla caramel. We're just gonna
Okay.
drizzle that all over the
Okay.
plate.
All
And this is a lot
right.
of fun.
Uh-huh.
So I want you to taste that cardamom, that cinnamon, that egginess. And again, this is a very simple recipe. It
That's yours,
utilizes
honey.
pantry
Thank you.
staples. Use day-old bread. Use
Yep.
sourdough. Use whatever type of bread that you
Yeah.
want. What an honor.
So she's going in for her
Going
very
in.
first bread pudding.
It should be moist,
So
crispy
people
on
love
the
watching
outside.
me eat.
Oh
on
my
social
God.
media, okay? Like, okay,
Right?
You ready? You ready for this?
Go
I'll
do
show
it.
you what.
Right?
ASMR.
Tasty,
Yeah,
moist.
yeah.
Going
yeah,
back for seconds.
yeah.
All right.
Chef Dev for the win. As Dev said, find the recipe on cityline.tv. It's Julie Black approved.